David Sanger, we've seen horrors unfold in Aleppo and also in Syria over the past 4 or 5 years. How did we get to this point? How is it we were talking about that from the very beginning we were asking people that were here, what do we do when 10,000 people were dead? Oh, it's too hard. It's just too hard.
You know, this is an administration that had a very hard time trying to explain to all of us why they went into Libya, which I think was the right decision to protect 10,000 people in Benghazi, and couldn't figure out a way early on in the Syria rising. Yeah. And you know, one of the big lessons, and the Admiral knows this much better than I do, is you have moments in life. And I think when President Obama looks back at the second term, and the last part of his first, he's going to come to the conclusion there was a moment of a year or a year and a half where they could have made a difference in Syria. And then they hit a time when they really couldn't do anything. And once the Russians came in, they really couldn't do anything.
And the red line was crossed, Admiral. I mean, how do you say Assad must go, and then do nothing about it, and then draw the red line, then have the red line crossed, and then back down? What message does that send the world?
It sends a very bad one. And, you know, so often our greatest strength is also our greatest weakness. And I think with President Obama, one of his strengths is he's deliberative, he's cautious. But in this case, he needed to move with more alacrity. And I agree with David. He'll look back in deep sorrow and some shame.
What was